Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pathologic 3. Previously, we've completed day 5, which was our failure state day, and we have realized that the Bachelor utterly failed. But now we have been given the chance to go back in time and change things. But the inspector is specifically requesting to discuss the third day, and that's currently where we are. So far, it feels like we are playing through a very long, drawn-out intro. And I feel like this is being reinforced by the case that there's still more gameplay mechanics that we haven't been introduced to yet. Anyway, let's get back into it. Tangled Thoughts. The Bachelor always remembers important artifacts. Other items exist only in the days where they were found. They remain in the clock. Interesting, okay. So I assume important artifacts will always be in my inventory, should I come across them. Other items exist only in the days they were found. They remain in the clocks. Does that mean like my junk that I'm finding? Or does that not apply? I don't even know. But storing things in the clocks is something. On the third day, Reuben was hiding in the warehouses. He was planning something, he was afraid of something. We should look at my mind map. Yeah, Reuben quest, and we're supposed to go to the town hall meeting as well. By the third day, there seems to... Yeah, the infection has brought up. He's in the middle of a dangerous district. Here in the middle of a dangerous district, someone's willing to trade with me. I wonder who that is. Maybe we'll see the return of the fellow traveler. I'm very interested in going to see Reuben, but I also don't want to miss the meeting. Anyway, the Stillwater is different. I guess we're not fully moved in yet. I wonder if Eva's around here. Oh, there's some other people here. Hello. Are you guys also temporarily staying in the Stillwater? All your hopes died on the vine. No capital for us now. The governor's ordered to shut off the tracks. Quarantine, they say. I came on duty today and no one was there. You'd think the station had died out. Can it really be the plague? Must be why all of them big people are gathered in town hall now. Doctor, is that you? Back from the meeting already? You're the doctor, so tell us, please. Will they close the town? Well, they better close it. The disease is extremely contagious. We can't let it spread to other towns. So you don't know either. I thought you were the one Saburov turned to. You should hurry to the town hall then. They'll be lost without you. They're talking about the plague. Everyone who's important. Governor Saburov. Both Olgimskis, senior and the junior. Junior's in charge of the anti-plague measures, and the Kinds are third rulers, always with some ace up their sleeve. I heard they called for you too, since you're the doctor from the capital. And who might you be, if I may ask? What brings you to the Stillwater? Just, a good place, this. Calm. People always come here if they need some calm. Eva welcomes them. Our son used to moonlight here when he was little, sweeping the chimneys. Earned some money for his own studies in the capital that way. He left there later. We come here when we miss him, though I'd go visit him in the capital, but then my Pavel says there's a quarantine. So you're saying the Stillwater can be visited by people who don't live here, even if they're not Eva's guests? Everyone comes here. That's how it's always been. When the Kinds were calling builders to the town, they wanted us to have more special houses here. Houses in which, how do I say, the soul is laboring. That's why people come, even when no one's invited them. So they visit it like a hospital or a museum. Curious. Okay, it seems we can expect other random people to just show up in my house. There's Eva. Nothing to say? When I wake up, I try not to remember what day it is for as long as possible. Morning is a fluid time. Whatever happened outside hasn't reached you yet, which means it has no more power over you than a dream. And how long am I supposed to hide from reality like this? Sooner or later, it'll catch up. In the mornings, certain things become clear that get worn away by evening. This morning, I realized something about you. Why you swing between despondency and fever. Is it that obvious? I don't know. People see what they want to see, and I want to see you. Tell me, have you always been like this? Always swinging from one extreme to the other? Perhaps, but your town seems to amplify my tendency. Simon once said that a person's main battle isn't with circumstances, not with hunger, thirst, or exhaustion. The real fight is always with yourself. Unless you've been to your own peak and your own depths, you'll never know who you are. That's true if a person is worth anything. In any case, food, drink, and shelter will always be there for you. You don't even need to think about such trifles. Thank you. But no one can get inside and change you. Well, they can, and eventually it will happen. But only you can keep track of your own peace of mind and the seesaw in your head. How do you know what I call it? Well, it's an obvious image. I suppose so. Thank you, Eva. She will always provide me a place to sleep and a place for food and water. That's nice to know. I guess I have a meeting to attend to. And that's also them explaining why there's no longer hunger or exhaustion bars or etc. Ooh, an Odongh. What are they doing? What are they doing? What is going on here? What is going on here? Are you guys looking at something? What's over there? Are they looking at the entrance to the house? You guys are so shady. What you looking at? Is my face that interesting? Yeah. Did you lose your way, or do you have business in the Stillwater? I can't get rid of this Odongh. It follows me like a dog. I stopped to catch my breath by your house, and it's eyeing you now. I know the look. That doesn't explain why you're crawling around on the floor. I mean you no harm, Moga-kun. I want only to look. Look at what? The Stillwater used to be an observatory, but there's no telescope, so no stars to look at. I want to take a look at you, Amite. Haven't seen a creature like you in a while. Your gait and your rags. Look at the rags. My gait? What are you talking about? You walk like a Darang Gulagsha. Bold-like, cocky, but slow. Odd creature. I love creatures, love studying them. We Odongs are simple herders, but Bodo granted me a mind. Honorary Holtoy. Ohan, I love studying creatures. May I study you, Amate? This is actually very interesting. I have never seen personality in an Odongh before. I feel like every other Odongh I've come across have had the exact same personality, but to know that this guy loves studying creatures, I like this guy. I also didn't know that was possible for an Odongh. You want to follow the doctor from the capital? Follow him like a dog now? I do not follow like a dog. I'll stay put. He comes to this house often. Your house knows you, but for Moga-kun, the house is new. I will study him and how the house treats him. I haven't seen anything like this before. We get few visitors. Study me how exactly? No Taramazagu Bidal. Bidal? I'll stand in the corner and observe. What an odd creature you are. So much tabaranud. I can be useful too. Mine very helpful. Eke Tayatal. Are you offering some kind of arrangement? I see stains on your rags, tiny drops. Yun Yiship. Is it ox bile? You must need it if you have it on you. Say, if you need more, I can get more. You could use it. Yes, I could use some more. I need it for the prototype. I need belladonna and novocaine too. Beauty drops and numb water. I know. I can get those for you, Moga-kun. I'll bring you as much as you need if you let me study you, observe you. I'll trade bile and whatever else you say. Kayan Kelesi. Trade? I thought you'd give me the ingredients in exchange for getting to observe me. This is not our way. Things of use are valuable. Even Mother Bodo grants herbs in exchange for the bride's dances, and bulls for the drove's laborers. Letting me study you costs you nothing. I won't ask much for the vial, but it should be a trade. I'm not sure I need it, but I'm happy to support a fellow researcher. It's a deal. Hey, what about me? I got used to having you around, and now you want to run away with the doctor from the capital? Here I thought we were friends. We are friends, but I befriend creatures to study them, Amite. I studied you, and you are no strange creature to me, no longer. Farewell. Sort it out between yourselves, I don't have time for this. I'll meet you in the Stillwater, researcher. Just don't bother Eva, or I'll throw you out. My decision echoes in the future. I'm still quite confused as to why this guy gets down on his knees. He's clearly... It feels like they're hiding behind this rock, and then inching out, and looking at something. Oh yeah, there he comes. There's Danill, coming out of the Stillwater. The guy from the capital. I love this guy. And then this is his... What is he doing? I love them. Anyway, let's look at those thoughts. Magical assistant. I allowed the Odongh to observe. He promised to be useful. I hope he'll share his monograph on the behavior of thanatologists in crisis situations afterward. What a show, a local oddity. A step Odongh was amazed by my appearance and dreams of studying me. Let's hire him in the hospital. We could use researchers. What's going on here? Mirrors and coffins are all too alike. One ill-timed glance and they'll trap you inside. What's wrong with looking into a mirror and seeing myself in it? That's the point of mirrors. Imagine that you are a mirror. When a man stands before you, you hold in yourself his double. And so, where once was stood, there are now one and one again. Were I a mirror framed, I'd hold that man within my depths, never to release him, forever hidden behind a silvered glass. Mirrors are just glass and silver amalgam. They don't think. Amalgam, yes. That is the word, Seigneur. It strains belief, but still you must believe. The flow of time inside our town is not at all like what you know. It is a fluid. It seeps, it leaks, and in it you must swim. I have this odd feeling that I know what happened in the future, as if the future was instead of will be. And if time flows, then you may bottle it, like blood, or dew, or tears. You keep it in for a rainy day, and spend it when you must. So what can I spend it on? If you had such a cache of liquid time, you could then move across the days to find yourself at the right time in the right place. Much like you did just now, Seigneur. And then I could correct my mistakes, of course. Indeed? Indeed, if you could handle it, Seigneur. What need have you to put your mind in chains? You do believe that dead men can one day be brought to life anew. Sounds too good to be true. I smell a catch. Just think of it as Simon's parting gift, just like the watch that Nika gave to you. In time, its meaning will be clear, but first, you need to learn how to make use of it. How do you know about the watch? From reading the inscription on its shell. Amalgam is what we call liquid time. So long as you have some, you need not take a linear view of things. You may rewind the film or turn the story on its side. And if perchance you meet your death, instead of life, amalgam will pour out of you, and you'll be granted a new chance to try. Wait. I can't die? Seigneur, you jest. What could I even say to this? We did already discuss coffins. You must remember this. To die with no amalgam is a final and true death. The same death that you struggle to defeat. So you must always keep amalgam close at hand, or else you'll meet the darkest end. Oh, I'm so tempted to find out what happens when you die with no amalgam. So, amalgam is vital to me, just as much as others depend on bread and meat to survive. Indeed, you need not go a-scrounging for your daily bread. You'll have all that you need. Amalgam. You must find for yourself. Mirrors are a source of it. They skim a man's reflection, trapping time within themselves. And if a mirror you should break, its liberated time you could then take. Yes, I've done that before. Amalgam also comes from labors done. Every finished task inspires, giving you more time. That's why Eva gave me some earlier. What else? My task today is to explain the things that matter most. The rest you'll come to know and understand in time. I ask Seigneur, do you believe the things I've said? Do you hear my words, Simon's words, with respect? Simon was doing experiments with times, with clocks, watches. That's the important part, which I understand. Okay. We have some passerbys to... Hello! You guys I've seen before. They were in quarantine. With this boat. These kids in this boat. I wonder if the dialogue will be the same. Raise the yellow flag! The yellow flag doesn't stand for quarantine, you dum-dum. It's the other way around. It's you who stands for quarantine. The yellow flag means hang all borders. And who are you planning to hang, might I ask? It's just our boat, mister. The boat used to be my hat, you dum-dum. That's because your head is so small. A matchstick head. So this boat is a headdress? He won't get you the boat. His head is ill-fitting. He thinks in mere 3 dimensions. You won't do, mister. Leave the boat be. First of all, are you sure it's a hat? I think if it fits anyone here, it'll be me. Yeah, that's the exact same conversation that we previously had in quarantine. Well, let's talk to you now. I wonder if stray passerbys will just be telling me about quests and stuff. Oh, I know you. You're the doctor from the capital, right? Do we know each other? It must be strange for you here. What kind of town is this with no schools or hospitals? It's always baffled me. Now there's an epidemic and we have no hospital. How are you going to treat people without a hospital? I feel like I remember that conversation. Are you heading to the town hall too? And why do you care where I'm going? There's been a commotion in the town since morning. They say all the ruling families had gathered at the town hall. Something's going on. If only we knew what exactly, and what to prepare for. Yeah, I'll go see what's happening at town hall. Alright, let's get a move on. We're gonna go to town hall first. Oh, interesting. Were I to just click on town hall here, it would direct me through a plague district, but I could put a plot there, then here, and then there, and I could get there without ever touching any danger. Something's going on here? Yeah, they showed this off in a trailer, I think, this scene. What's going on? Step back now. I won't do it, do you hear me? I won't. You can't make me. Calm down, no need to scream. What's going on? Ah, so you're not with them? There's some kind of beastly crowd on the street. They're grabbing people. forcing, forcing them to rub dirt into their wounds. They call it a vaccine. That's something new. Where did they get this vaccine from? I'd like to know too. They're steppe savages. Came in a cart and are scaring everyone. Well, I'll go have a look. Is that the vaccine? Distributor of dead gruel. I know what dead gruel is. Um, I mean, it's not a vaccine, but it could help with the infection a bit, going by Pathologic Classic. Halt! I said halt! By the decree of the Emergency Committee, vaccination is currently being conducted. Don't go anywhere. I'll give you the vaccine now. What kind of vaccine is this? Who developed it? Were clinical trials conducted? Can I see the trial results? It's a vaccine against the sand plague. We've been ordered to distribute it to all the town's residents. That's not an answer to my question. Who developed it? What's in it? Listen, why are you so persistent? Who this, who that? It's folk medicine. The people developed it. Got it? So you don't even know what's in it. My job is to distribute the vaccine. Its contents are none of my concern. If you don't want to take it, step aside. Stop scaring people away. If you have a problem, go to the town hall. To the town hall then. Fine. So then maybe this is Olgimski's vaccine that ended up infecting a bunch of people. You have a slightly different character model. Listen, man, don't cut in line. I was here before you. And me too. We were here before you. What's the line for? Isn't it obvious? They're handing out a vaccine against the plague here. Who told you that? Don't you read the governor's notices? What blissful ignorance. The plague has come to this town. My neighbor got sick yesterday, and by nightfall he was gone. The plague is in town, and you're standing in line, breathing and coughing on each other. Brilliant. I want to live, okay? I have kids and a disabled mother. I can't afford to get sick. How will they manage without me? My advice, go home. That stuff they're handing out from the cart isn't a vaccine. Okay, let's see this meeting. Is it just happening in the main room here? Oh, probably in there, right? I'm here for a meeting. Greetings. Do you have an appointment? I heard there was a gathering taking place. Oh, no. Gatherings are forbidden. Are you serious? Half the town has been yelling that there's people waiting for me here. It's a matter of the plague, naturally. Assemblies of any kind are forbidden. Is this a joke? I'm a doctor. Ah, then come in. Go in there, on the left. They've been waiting an hour for you already. Okay, you've got to be kidding me. Before I go in, can I loot this again? No. Is there anyone else around here that I could maybe speak with? Just, people. Locked. I don't think anyone's down there. Okay, I'm hoping to see Artemy. I'm sure there's gonna be the ruling families as well, just like, Pathologic 2. Okay, smaller meeting than, I anticipated. We finally get to see, Georgi and his new haircut. What's going on here? Olgimski. Booze. Owner of the bull enterprise, that is. The entire complex of enterprises for slaughtering bulls and turning them into food and goods. His belly is as vast as his abattoirs and his confidence in his own power. Olgimski managed to bend an entire people to his will, putting ancient myths in his service. He loved no one but his daughter. Not even his son? Wow.
The most important part of a barn. is a good luck.
You're looking weird as well, Ogimsky. Interesting that it's now Ogimsky and not... Was it Fat Vlad or was it just Big Vlad previously? Ah, Bachelor. Why are you here? This is something of a family matter. You have a family, Bachelor. I was told there was a meeting at the town hall, and that I was expected. With all due respect, Bachelor, you're not needed here.
No, I can't stand it much longer.
My patience has its limits, Boos. I insist you pay our guest the proper respect. It was I who invited him to this meeting. Inviting an outsider into the house, Tusk. Are you sure he's as learned as you say? Does he specialize precisely in our shared tribulation? Please don't tell me you've forgotten what happened during the first outbreak. Almost no one survived. True, we don't know for certain if it's the same sand fever, but what if it is? Isidore's gone. We need a doctor like we need air. Any doctor. Or else. So the esteemed Governor Saburov picks the first one he sees. Please, enough grandstanding. This town doesn't even have a hospital, and you're looking to be picky about doctors? Enough. This bickering is unbecoming of men of action. Arguments will lead to catastrophe and nothing else. We don't air our dirty laundry here. If he carries a report on our customs to the capital, then we can say goodbye to the town where we hope to build something new. You're hiding something. What have you done, Wilkimsky? Spit it out. You're in no position to ask such questions. We have some expertise here, if you must know. We've already taken measures, no thanks to you. The termitary's sealed off, the abattoir's shut down, the vaccine is made. We're distributing it now. We have no need of you. Hold on a second. What's this vaccine you're talking about? Vlad Olgimsky the Younger has already tested the first vaccine prototype. The results appear promising. What do you mean he tested the vaccine? Does he have the necessary qualifications? My son has a better understanding of these things than you do, at least. Because this place is his home, his domain, and the results are self-evident. Where can I see these results of yours? You're forgetting yourself again, esteemed bachelor. I'm not accountable to you. No, he's not a doctor, but it seems the vaccine has indeed helped several people. Several. Everyone. It helps everyone. We gave it to one volunteer, so to speak, this very night, still alive and kicking. Can I have a look at him, that volunteer of yours? I'm not letting you into the dormitory. I told you. Oh god. This vaccine, which I already know helped spread the plague, has already been distributed into the abattoir. Even if it was just one person. Or the termitary. You won't need the termitary. Audrey Stomaton claims he's given the medication to his people at the Broken Heart. There's a public house by the factory. That's a public house by the factory. And unlike some other places, you can certainly drop in. I see. I'll investigate that concoction. What else do I need to know? You need to know you're not welcome here. I'll have to leave your emergency meeting for a time. Then, I need to flush someone out at the Broken Heart. Really? That's it? I'm not welcome here? Well, I haven't spoken to the Kinds yet. Vlad Jr. has tested some step cure for sandpest in Andre's pub. Okay, well, maybe these two will be, more welcoming to me and actually give me a rundown of the situation. Is this a ghost? Is this a sculpture of Nina? It's in a similar pose. There's feet back here? Georgi Kind, the judge. Simon's brother. Rumor has it they're twins. Others say he's half Simon's age. He always saw earthly justice as a reflection of divine judgment and treated it with utmost gravity. Yet, at heart, he remained the chief theorist of Simon's ideas, an architect and creator of society and the world itself. I should have listened to him from the start.
Soot is more precious than fire. Fire fades, but soot feeds the earth.
There are times when manners become irrelevant. Denkovsky is a scientist and a doctor. Simon wished to know him. That means he cannot be a useless man. We need him at the emergency command.
This town has too many reinforcement ribs.
It's not simply that he brandished his accomplishments, begging special treatment on our day of grief. His arrogance is only part of the problem. He is incapable of listening, of learning. Simon misjudged him. This man has nothing to offer our vision. He may be an intellectual, but he is spiritually bankrupt. Our vision are not currently under threat. The whole town's existence is on the line. The plague is banging down our doors, and again, Simon said, "Oh, Dr. Denkovsky, you're here? We've been waiting for you. I heard the last bit of your conversation, and I'd like to offer my apologies. I'm sorry if I disappointed or insulted you." Apology not accepted. But my brother is right. You're a doctor from the capital, which means your expertise will be highly sought after, and we, or I, rather, will have to cope. I shall simply catch whatever you inevitably let slip through your fingers. This might sound strange, but I don't even remember what we argued about. Whether you've forgotten it or still lose sleep replaying it in your head, it matters not. You ought to have minded your words then, not now. Georgi, please, calm down. Dr. Denkovsky, despite our differences, we must unite against a common threat. We, the town's rulers, possess the resources, and you have the knowledge. Isidore Burak defeated the previous outplague of the sand pest, but he's dead now. We need a doctor. Thank you for the voice of reason, Victor. I'll do all I can, but I'm no epidemiologist. Your doubts are noted, but still, which measures do you consider most urgent? We need to set up a hospital, of course, and study the disease. I don't think we can create a cure this quickly, but we can attempt a vaccine to protect the uninfected. So you are a doctor above all else. You think like a doctor. We're in luck. We have enough rulers here, stepping on each other's toes. Healers are what we lack. You made it abundantly clear yesterday that our town and its history are of no interest to you. But know this. 5 years ago, the crude sprawl, the district where the plague was discovered, was simply sealed off. The disease burned out in 3 days. There were rumors of survivors, but that's all there were. Rumors. The sand plague is incurable. Our town, let's just say that it's relatively young. We don't have equipment or resources. Not on this scale. You'll have to improvise. Not even establishing a hospital here after the first outbreak was unwise. It's very telling. No one here asked for your assessment. I wish you luck, Bachelor. We are all in the same boat here, and rowing in different directions would mean death. And as far as I know, you're trying to eradicate death. The death of our town might as well be your first step. Okay. Thank you, Victor. You too, Georgi, for being frank. New decree idea, curfew. Okay, are we done? So, they're still talking about things. In Pathologic 2, when I came here, they had already had everything figured out, but that's not the case. In fact, they don't even have plans for the hospital yet. Only a deadly disease could have pushed the town's ruling families to work together. They're doing a pretty bad job, though. It's all about Simon. Simon is the key to fighting the sand pest. That's it? I can't even be like, well, let's consider hospital locations. I'm just supposed to go investigate this vaccine? It told me I had a new decree idea. Ooh, water. Can I issue decrees? Variolation of the population. Immunize townspeople with Olgimski's new remedy to combat the sandpest. Who approved this? Affects 200 contagion. That's crazy. My attending this meeting feels inconclusive.
Why so jittery, Dankovsky?
I guess let's go see Ruben now. That's what I'm more interested in next. Oh, there's no easy way in there, is there? Maybe if I go through this exit, I can go through the station? Okay. Here, to here, to here, to there. That sounds good. Although this is a riding district, which is not going to be fun to navigate through. Hi. This is another aspect of gameplay we've yet to be tutorialized on, is combating rioting districts. They killed him like an animal. Don't you get it? He went out for water, and as soon as he stepped over the threshold, someone slit his throat. I've never seen so much blood in my life. He's still lying there in a puddle, eyes open, staring at the sky. Bloody beasts? People like that need a muzzle and a leash. What's up ahead that requires the presence of patrolmen? Well, that district's rioting. They put us here to keep order, but it turns out there's nothing left to keep. It's all gone to hell in a handbasket. People have lost their minds, stalking, armed through the streets. Shaking down thieves is one thing, but this? They're rioting. Can't you hear the shots, Doctor? The knives are bared. Take one step in the street, you'll be choking on your own blood. I'll keep my windpipe unventilated, thank you very much. I was in a choir before the plague. Why are people rioting? They're unhappy with the new regulations, the decrees, the restrictions, the quarantine. We understand that it's for their own good, but that's why we're on the patrol. The common folk, they're hot-blooded, and they boil over at the slightest thing, turn savage, reach for cold steel. Well, between the two of us, we've got one gun, but what are we supposed to do with it? Shoot people? I'm happy to scare folks or chase them off, but I draw the line at killing. I won't do it. You can keep going if you want, but count us out. Here, I'll even give you the revolver. Do you have ammo for it? We do, but not much. It's a rare commodity. And maybe that's for the best. Shooting just makes noise. It'd only attract more of these fiends. If some thugs come at you, don't get trigger happy. Try threatening him first. Shove the barrel in his face, give him a scare. That'll buy you time to run. Only two things worth preserving in a riot. Your honor, your neck, and your ammo. Well, thanks for the revolver and the advice. It's dangerous out there. I must be ready to defend myself with a weapon. It's better to load the cylinder with bullets, but the locals don't know if it's loaded. They only see a revolver. They're afraid. A shot into the air or the deaths of their fellow rioters will frighten them eventually. It's important not to let them realize I'm out of ammo. However, I can always run away as long as I have enough stimulants. Is that one of the rioters? Are the rioters now taking up new character models? Because that's not usually a rioting model right there. Oh wow, I have almost a full cylinder. 5. I want to look at you guys.
Hold it.
Interesting. Anyway, bye. Do enjoy the... Oh, there's... Okay. We're going this way now. I'm also interested in what's going on with Grief. Does he have anything to say? Can I go in? Is he dead already? Anything useful in here? Okay. So, I'm not getting past them. Maybe I am. Hands up. Run. What's going on here? Sewers? I could have spoken to him, but I pointed at them. What did that do? Young men are on the lookout at Ruben's warehouse. Hostile intentions are written all over their face. Leave them be and they'll cause trouble. Do I kill them then?
Hey, you. Come over here.
The way this aiming works is just a little weird.
Think, damn it.
He's out of ammo.
No, it's not. My decisions echo in the future. Uh-oh. Whoever wants to kill one of the town's last doctors have signed their own death warrants. Self-interested rescue. I need to make sure Ruben is no longer in danger, and if necessary, threaten him myself. Talk? Who's there? Get lost. No character trophy for behind the door Ruben? I'm disappointed. It's me, Denkovsky. How about you open up? It's not very convenient talking to a door. No, don't even bother. I'm busy. And besides, there's smoke and fumes in here. It's impossible to stay. Just don't. I really need to talk. It's a matter of life and death. Literally. Denkovsky, I told you. No. I won't let you in. Not today. Come back another day. What on earth is going on in there? None of your business. Don't pry, please. I have a revolver. Ruben, you're lucky it's me. Your hideout was actually under siege by bandits. And what happened to them? I killed them. Don't you want to say thank you? You're no better than them. Just another kind lackey, even though you only arrived 2 days ago. What does it matter? I need to talk to you, properly, not through a door. Come back in a day, or better yet 2. Then I'll have time. Right now, I don't. Wait, I was told you were the last person to see Simon Kine. Is that true? Denkovsky, just understand. Not now. Don't make me point a revolver at you. Tomorrow or the day after, you'll have a lot of explaining to do. Well, we've saved Ruben. I've also kind of fucked myself here. I'm moving incredibly slowly, and I need some way to increase my... Is that a mirror? My mania.
Optics, vision. Their answer is in mirrors.
But we can now come back to see Ruben on a subsequent day.
There he is. Come over here, you.
So let's try shooting into the air. Doesn't make them run away.
Enough.
We're gonna have to stand here for a bit. Oh, they now know I'm here. Maybe I should escape now. I'm not out of ammo, but please leave me alone.
Just wait till next time.
Just wait till next time. Is that the new Hey You? I didn't realize you guys were bandits as well.
Coward.
Can't run any more than this.
Anywhere.
Okay. Come on, Daniel.
Come
We're
on.
almost out of here. Cross the bridge and they can no longer get me. Roman begs for a day or two and flatly refuses to talk. And I could have just let those gentlemen get to him. I mean, that's the best case scenario. I mean, he's not going to be dead on day 5 now. Anyway, we still have to investigate Vlad's experiments. I can't help but feel that I've missed something. I doubt Artemy will let me in, right?
I'd rather not hear it all.
No, I've got no reason to go in there. It's directing me that way. There must be a shortcut that way, but I know that we can go this way. Shall we check for the cache? There is something to look at here. Nothing's scared. Nothing's sacred. This attitude towards art. Uncouth men.
Every creak, like a gunshot. You're too high strung.
Well, this layout is certainly different. That's an exit. And this must be the Broken Heart. Things are a little different around here.
Everything's so vibrant.
Has the Broken Heart changed, I wonder? Still got the same good old tunes. It's looking good. And hey, we get to meet Andre.
Mice will play.
You're behind the bar this time around. Andre Stomaton, architect in Mania. I wonder if Peter's gonna be architect in Apathy? An architect, pub owner, reveler, and murderer. Andre studied with me briefly at the university. We met during the student riots. I stitched up his wound myself. An unexpected reunion. Andre always felt confined by dogma and mortality. Only a fool would think that in this town he'd simply pour Twirene and nothing more.
He shouldn't strut around like that. When the cat's away, the mice will play.
I see the dust of my beloved capital on this man's feet. Cue the fanfare. I'm sure we've met before. Wait a minute. University? Juggling knives on the table? That was you, wasn't it? I remember the first time. Remembering the first time we got the better of those bastards, eh? And you sat there all demure. But when the tables went over, you grabbed the gun. Yeah, I remember. Very brave of you. Those were the days, and look at me now. Yeah, those were the days. Daniel Denkovsky, in case you've forgotten. You? I'm Andre Stomaton. The Downgate, the Alley of Heroes ensemble, the other stairway round, the house, which earned me an expulsion from the Architects Guild. My little brother and I designed them all, but he gets the laurels, and I get the curses. That's just how things go. And now you're pouring drinks in a provincial pub? That's quite the resume. Since you're here now, tell me, have you tried Twirene yet? It's a very special drink. The steppe herbs have a peculiar character. When infused in liquor, the effects on a man can be mind-blowing. I admit, it's quite an addictive business. Architecture was getting old anyway. No, I haven't. I'll keep my mind unblown if it's all the same. Well, you're your own master, I suppose. Like they say, a man's life is his to ruin. How can I lighten your mood, then? I've heard some sort of medicine is being distributed through your establishment. an alleged vaccine for this devilish sand plague. Why not? No guts, no glory, or so they say. Come on, tell me more. You must have heard this damned pest ran through here 5 years ago, right? The worms didn't just sit idly after that. They threw together a remedy. Dead gruel, they call it. The young girl, Dimsky, came to me and suggested I hand it out at the pub. Clever of him. Worms? What worms? The Odongh. Haven't you met them? They look like people, sort of. Like someone was sculpting a person in clay, but left off halfway. Those are the worms, the herdsmen. They sense the bulls, they savvy the herbs. Salt of the earth, so to speak. You can trust them. Traditional medicine can lead to some useful inventions, but I'm sorry, I have to doubt this. I wouldn't think you, of all people, would be scared of something like that. You're a doctor. It's some herbal concoction brewed with infected blood. There's some entrails thrown in for flavor. You make a tiny cut, rub on a smidgen, and you go to bed, breathing easy. A vaccination if I've ever seen one. Closer to a variolation. You do understand this could put you in an early grave, don't you? Look behind you. See that dancer? She had some of this stuff yesterday. She walked through a sick district to pay her lover a visit, and here she is now, dancing her feet off. You die in 5 hours from the sand pest, don't you? 8 if you're tough. And she's here like nothing's happened. So you employ infected dancers, then? Don't panic, Professor. The step concoction works. I'm sure of it. I was just about to try it on myself before you came in and distracted me. I'm not going to allow this unregulated distribution of questionable medicine to townspeople. I must put an end to this at the highest level. Hulan. Medical charts? I have something in my casebook now. Guinea pig. The guinea pig was the dancer. There's sandpest culture present in Vlad's serum. Vlad Jr. has tested some step cure for sandpest in Andre's pub. Oh, that's her name. I guess I should speak with her. She's my first patient.
Want me to sing you a nice little song?
Did the Yagashin send you? Why isn't he here? Why are you here? Who are you? The Yagashin? What is that? I'm getting tired of your step riddles. What do you need, Erdem? I'm a doctor. I was told you traversed an infected district after a dose of dead gruel. I'd like to know how you feel. Any complaints? No complaints. I live well. It's just my heart that aches. The heart, I see. What sort of pain? Stabbing? Burning? Is it constant, or do you only feel it in the evening? It's sinking, fluttering like a moth on glass. Someone lives in my heart, not one of the Katange. Are you talking about the sufferings of the spirit, my good lady? My body doesn't suffer alone, Erdem. If there's pain, it's everywhere. My heart aches. My legs are shaking. Could you be more specific? No one here knows how well I dance. I used to dance elsewhere, not within the walls, out on the earth, with my feet. I spoke to Mother Bodo. Then the lean year came. I went to the abattoir to pound the hides with my heels. So your lifestyle changed rather drastically, is that it? The abattoir is hard. The dormitory is hard. Couldn't live there. Cramped, stony, far from the earth. I left. Lost my shelter. Lost my heart. Now I dance within the walls. Why couldn't you just return to the steppe? I told you, Erdem. My heart is in the steppe no longer. My heart aches. My heart tires. The steppe won't console it. I see. Tell me, when did you first feel this malaise? Malaise? When did you first feel this malaise? Was it back in the dormitory? That is where I feel it, where my legs began to shake, where my head grew heavy. Mugazar, a bad place. Is that right? Thank you. How long have you been feeling unwell is essential information. Yushi ol Longolieb. Have you asked your questions, Erdem? Do you need me more? I'd like to have a closer look at you, if you'll allow it. I may find other symptoms on your person. Has she actually told me about any symptoms, though? She said her heart aches, but I don't know if that's literal heart pains or not, and that her legs shake, but I feel like she was just saying that she's a dancer. Everyone here looks at me, Erdem. You can, too. Still, step back a bit from where you're the center of attention. You'll need to undress fully. Heart rate, 130. Okay, we're... Now, is that a normal heart rate? Heart is racing from dancing, or is it a symptom? She did complain about her heart. Strong build, gets regular exercise, doesn't look exhausted. No difficulty breathing. Rapid pulse. Let's check that off. There's a scar? A scratch? A minor injury? Or is it such an itch that she scratched until it bled? There's something here. Inflamed skin. Pimples? Rash? Bites? Can I write that down too? Inflamed skin? See, if I don't do it as I'm seeing these things, then I'm going to... Let's just check off these three. Skin redness, rash, or insect bites. I don't know for sure yet, but I can always get rid of them. Yeah, pimples, rash, bites, inflamed skin. We don't know for sure. That looks fine. Okay, I think I'd like to question you a bit more. What do you want now, Erdem? Just to ask you some questions about what I saw in your body. I'm no Menku, Erdem. I only know the Earth's body. The human body, I don't know it. What can I tell you? But you do know something about your own body. Tell me, does your heart only beat like that after dancing, or all the time? My Zirkin. This wayward heart of mine, it beats all the time. Now as if I've been dancing. Never in its proper place, always trying to leap out, to embrace its beloved. I see, let's continue. I don't know why you're asking these questions, but if Andre Akai sent you, then that's how it should be. What happened to your back? The skin is inflamed, scratched, a rash, or some sort of acne? My back's burning, Erdem. So bad that sometimes I can scratch until it bleeds. It only calms with cold. Can you remember if you've been bitten by an insect? I can't. It's autumn. Who can? Lots of gnats buzzing around. Time, Oland. But when a gnat bites, it's better the next day. This one burns, worse and worse. Then you have dermal symptoms. Alright, I'm just one step from a diagnosis. Okay, well, what if I did put it down as insect bites? Then that would leave us with lymphonitis. A natural focal disease caused by Yersinia pestis bacteria. Infection occurs through contact with infected patients, contaminated water, or mosquito bites carrying the bacteria. The infected experience muscle weakness, headache, and in some cases dizziness. That doesn't seem like our patient, though. The bite area becomes itchy. Later, a rash with ulcer formation appears on the body. The patient experiences constant itching. That does sound right. Ulcers may bleed. Compromised immunity and constant scratching of the ulcers may lead to complications and often death. risk groups, people living in crowded conditions. Maybe. If I select a rash, that leaves us with nephropathia epidemica. A disease caused by a group of viruses, varying with the epidemic focus. Humans contract the virus from animals in their waste. The disease begins acutely with fever, rapid heartbeat, nausea, and or vomiting, accompanied by headache and photophobia. After 3 days, a rash appears on the skin and facial flushing becomes evident. The disease causes internal bleeding. People in contact with animals, rural residents. I think we're going to go with the insect bites. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to... She's not experiencing weakness, though. Yes to itchy skin, though. Wait, let's try something. I know that her skin is itchy. Yeah, that still leaves us with this. Yeah, this feels about right to me. Let's lock in her diagnosis as lymphonitis. Are you sure you want to lock in the diagnosis? The investigation will cease for today. In the evening, you'll be notified whether the diagnosis was correct at the Stillwater. I hope I'm right. Nothing. I'll go tell Andre he hasn't quite grasped the state of your health. The sand pest could have been suppressed by another disease in the organism of the dancer. I needed to find more cases like this. I determined the dancer's diagnosis. It's not sand pest.
A firm hand's useless if the heart is soft.
Hey, while you were back there toying with my dancing girl, I remembered they opened some deranged lab in the capital to exterminate death. It was called something funny. Erotica, maybe. Heard of it? Right up your alley. That's my laboratory. Huh, you're flying high. It makes the fall that much more painful. Quite. You see, you and I are not just fellow students. We're fellow sufferers. My creations are also on the kill list. Or, what was it? Intellectual extremism and anti-humanism. I've been checking in occasionally, curious as to what else they've decided to chop up. And I don't just mean the architecture. It's not over for Thanatica yet. We'll see who comes out on top. An attitude after my own heart. The broken one. How do you like the ambience? What about my dancing girl? That girl, in what capacity does she work for you, if you don't mind me asking? She dances, and it's hardly work for her like. It's their lifestyle. Heard of the herb brides yet? With their bare feet they touch the earth, and the earth bears to twire. Then I bear it down into a fantastic liquor. Everyone's happy. Dancing at a pub for an audience is not the same as dancing in the steppe, I'd say. What? Getting all holier than thou on me? I don't drag anyone here by their throat. They come on their own. So what about the dancing girl? I thought you wanted to check on how she's doing after the dead gruel. I'm not quite sure about the dead gruel. I don't think she's showing signs of the plague, but I'd give her the day off anyway. She's sick with something else. But it's not the plague. Anything else can be cured, and you're just the man to do it. What do you say? Will you treat our Kulan? Wait, did you say Kulan? I know that name. She said she was in love, and he wasn't a man of the staff. Andre, how do I count it? Tomorrow. She'll die of the plague. Tomorrow. And the next day, I'll meet her lover at the warehouses. Oh my god, I've just now remembered, too, with Danill, as he brought it up again, that I literally met her lover. Denkovsky. And you're telling me you didn't try Twirine. Maybe you don't need it with that head of yours. Do you hear yourself? You just assured me Kulan has some malady other than the sand plague, and now you're raving sheer nonsense? I need to take a breath. You told me Kulan walked through a plague district to see her lover. Her lover's a bandit, is he not? He looks just the part. As kind of soul as you'd as you're like to find. All bark, no bite. You know what he calls you medical lot? Sawbones. I learned that word from him. Big City Sawbones, that's him. He's the one who told me Kulan died from the plague. But she's standing right there, as alive as they come. Really, Denkovsky, take a seat. Maybe rest a little. You're spouting some high-caliber nonsense. Is it your lack of sleep talking? Or did you have a little too much off the top shelf? Yes, I'm rambling from a lack of sleep. All I meant to say is that I suspect Kulan has the plague after all. How's that? You're making my head spin. What about the other milady you found? Was that a mistake? No, she is infected with something else, and it slows down the plague. It's just a hypothesis. It needs testing, but it would explain everything. This whole peculiar clinical picture. I figured the healthier you are, the better your chances of survival. Turns out the plague gobbles down the sick more slowly. Not to her taste, perhaps. It's not proven yet, just a hypothesis, but that's the lead. But it's the best lead I have. So what now? You make Kulan your lab rat and shut down my pub? I need to speak to the local authorities as soon as possible. I need a research facility, people, emergency powers. Look at you, all bossy. Did you learn that from directing test tubes back in the capital? You make them goose step for you like good little soldiers? Until next time, Andre. That dead girl is most likely toxic. Don't tempt fate. We have a plan! Oh my god, I'm going crazy. That conversation has driven me into madness. Andre doesn't have any more vaccine, and the dancer will be put in isolation. The authorities in Town Hall should be informed that Vlad the Younger is poisoning people. You can't stop the epidemic with this folk remedy. Okay, I still have unfinished business in Town Hall. Let's zoom. Ooh, artifact acquired. The suspicious potion. A supposed vaccine with which younger Olgimsky is poisoning the town. The Odongh invented it. They say it stimulates immunity to the sand plague. Alright, let's run. I have some morphine to take. Let's go... Man, there's no easy way to do this, is there? Would I rather pass through plague districts? I think we'll go here, 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 and then here, because this is just a short walk there. This would be the only hard part, really. Oh, Clara again. I also still have very few charges on my plague.
I'll blink, and you'll be gone.
I was gonna call it what it's not called on my prototype, rather. Why do you insist on snooping around here? Didn't I make it clear that you'd get devoured? I didn't plan this. You can't just walk around the town without stumbling upon the plague. Well, I'll give you that. Not like you can just run through the plague spots, but in that case, you need to learn the anatomy of a plague-ridden district. There's usually an epicenter. What do you see on the ground here? Plague, miasma, and fog. There's a focal point somewhere in the district. The plague's exit point. There are often dark blooms growing above a kind of flower that thrives on blood. That makes the exit point easy to spot. But if I were you, I'd stay as far away from it as possible. The focus of infection, you mean? That makes sense. Any infection must have a source. I mean the exit point, in the ground. Didn't they explain to you that anger, death, and shabnaks are born from the earth? Well, now you know. In other words, somewhere in this district, there's a hotbed of bacteria-ridden dirt with a distinctive flower next to it. I should collect a sample. Are you out of your mind? How would you react if someone went after your mother, disturbed the earth, and the Shabnak Adir won't take her eyes off you? She won't rest until she strangles you. How am I supposed to understand the nature of the infection if I don't study it? She's wandered off right now. Maybe you could pull this off if you find the flower. Scrape the dirt beneath it. But next time, Nishabnak will be close by. Mark my words. You'll have to stop her somehow to collect your sample. Or dodge her. I don't know. Anyway, you'd be better off just staying home. What doesn't exist cannot harm me. I just need to keep my imagination in check. Oh, right, because words can't kill. And no one has ever died after the thousands of times someone said, "Fire! I hate you," or "I declare war." Well, let me just collect the sample and we'll see what happens next. Focus of infection. Detector going off means there's a focus of infection here that I need to find. The louder the sound, the louder I am. Okay, I failed in finding the flower, but I'm spending too much time here. And I don't want the day to end prematurely before I actually finish everything. So we'll be continuing. It is getting pretty late, and I don't know how much more there else is to do. So who's gonna want to... Artemy, hi! The Haruspex! Finally, we meet! I'm told that I've been sought after by a local butcher. He wants to talk. He looks very out of place in town hall. I'm gonna speak to... I will speak first. Haruspex, Artemy Bara, Bear, Ripper. This man seemed to have a new name for every company. He was known as a local healer, a Menku, as a surgeon, as a half-blood, as a killer. Not liked, but respected. He completely failed to understand what truly made his hometown interesting. We were like two people walking the same street from opposite ends. I want to see his trophy from the front again. He's holding a heart. I didn't know that. I didn't see that at first.
Can you feel it? The ground trembles.
At first I thought that they refurnished the town hall. Then I realized the furniture is the same, but it's the smell that changed. A new person. Have I got a special scent? Every person has a special scent, Mshim. You are no exception. I will probably regret asking, but what is it I smell of? Your clothes smell of soot and grime. Those who live in the capital and have only just come off the train always smell like that. As for your flesh, you are not drinking enough water. Your body is dehydrated. That makes it smell of pond scum. Your system is telling you it needs water, but looks like you're not listening to it. Diagnosis by smell. That's a new one. This keen sense of smell runs in the family. Father always used to know who was going to knock on our door before it happened. People thought it was some sort of sorcery, but it was just the smell of their dirty, disease-ridden bodies, the very ones he worked with, day in and day out. A most peculiar gift, and one more useful for a hunter than a doctor. Depends on how you look at it. A disease, Mshem, often does manifest as a smell, especially if it's somewhere in the organs. To be honest, I can't see how one could grow up in this town and still smell anything at all, besides sweat, that is. I haven't spent my whole life here, you know. I've been studying medicine, just returned a few days ago. You've studied medicine, and you still believe in diagnosing by smell? It might just be what you lack, Mshim. You're a stranger here, and it's limiting your options a lot. I could help you. I wouldn't say no to an extra doctor, but your, step practices might be a problem, I'm afraid. The patients won't be pleased if you sniff them head to toe like some sleuth. Looks like you're impressed with my sense of smell, Mshim. That you're gonna joke about it for the rest of the day. Joke all you want, then. But keep in mind, I'm a local, and I'm allowed to cut open bodies. You're not. What are you going to do about that? I could just refuse his help. Well, you have a point there. Haven't thought of that. We will indeed need to dissect bodies. What's in it for you? My town is dying before my eyes. My father is dead already. I cannot just stand idly by. That's noble, but I must warn you. If we fail, and fail we shall, it's just a matter of the number of victims. Then we'll be on trial. You as my accomplice. Are you ready for that? I am. Then we have a deal. Yep, that decision echoes in the future. Acceptance. Me and Barat agreed to help each other in fighting the sand pest. I could find a use for his hands.
Well, it was a productive night.
Denkovsky, you're back. That means I've won. Won what? And from whom? My assistant was certain you'd try to flee the town. We've even made a wager, but you came back, which means my assistant owes me. Okay. Money? Don't spend your winnings just yet. The day is far from over. I have plenty of time to plan my escape. Enough with the jokes. You examined the dancer, right? What's your diagnosis? I did examine her. Let me be frank. That vaccine won't protect anyone. The subject has the plague. I suspected as much, but hoped that... Are you certain, Denkovsky? Would you like my opinion? If I was in charge of plague defense, my first action would be to cease vaccinating people with that dead gruel. I see. Listen, Denkovsky. I'd like you to take charge of the epidemic emergency command. It will give you the authority to issue decrees on quarantine measures, on supply logistics, on anything else upon which our salvation depends. Ooh, I can't wait. Perfect. I'm tired of seeing the results of other people's decisions. We need a doctor who's ready to make decisions, like Isidore Barach did 5 years ago. But first, we need to inform Vlad the Younger of his dismissal. He should hand everything over to you. Tell him it's my personal order. Hell yeah, I want to go fire him personally. I prefer not to waste any time, but the handover is necessary. You're right. Make no delay. We'll still need to reorganize the emergency command operations. Tell me, what will you need to start off, Denkovsky? I need to set up a hospital. I need a space, and I need people. Orderlies. I mean, not patients. I need patients too, but there won't be any shortage of those. We'll provide you with orderlies. You'll have volunteers starting today. Finding a space will be trickier. Not just any building will do, will it? What are my options? Here's a list of places I can think of. The Cathedral, the Theater, the Termitory, and the Polyhedron. All of them are large and can fit many people, though they were built for other purposes. You should visit them yourself to see if any will serve. I don't have time for this today, but I am liking the direction we're finally going in. Alright, I've had a glance at some of these, but I wasn't really paying attention, and I need to make my choice as soon as possible. Come back to the town hall when you've made your mind. We'll work out the remaining details, equipment, operating procedure. In the meantime, I'll look for some work hands. The decision maker shouldn't have to see everything personally. No need to spread yourself too thin. I'll set out at once, right after telling young girl Gimsky he won't be signing any more dangerous decrees. Yay, I've been hired. I've been hired. I'm in charge now. Although, this day is going to come to an end and I'm not going to have time to finish anything. Sabrov considers the Polyhedron as a suitable location for the hospital. Even if not, it's worth taking a look at up close. Sabrov has tasked me with finding a suitable building for the hospital. What kind of services are held at the cathedral? Paved with good intentions, Vlad the Younger decided to save the town with some suspicious remedy from the steppe people. I need to talk to him immediately before all hell breaks loose. The Haruspex. Are we not done with this? With the Haruspex, that is? We've agreed to work together. Oh. Hello, you're fired.
Ugh.
Okay, what? Ugh, to you too. Honestly. Hello, Denkovsky. I've been expecting you. I heard rumors you disapprove of the vaccination methods we've been forced to use. Let me say in my own defense, however imperfect, it's better than nothing. You've got that right. I do disapprove. But isn't that how they've used to inoculate against smallpox in the old days? They rubbed the pus into a wound, and those people survived. Despite its unpleasant name, dead gruel works. The testing took place in the termitary. You wouldn't be allowed inside, as my father is, let's say, prickly. But there's a Stomaton's pub as well. You can check there. I've already checked. And so? The dancer is still alive because a different illness is slowing down the sand pest's progression. She has a day left. No more. Truly, that's worrying. I've been checking on Kulan every couple of hours, and they keep telling me she's fine. Does this mean the vaccination decree has to be revoked? We sent a copy to the Stillwater with you. Burn it in the fireplace. I'll have to replace your decree with something more sensible, but I'll keep the written order. A memento of my acquaintance with your remarkable town. You may have trouble believing it, but I'm glad, actually. Glad that a doctor will be leading the fight against the epidemic. I only accepted this position because others were afraid of making mistakes. I hope we don't part as enemies. We'll likely have to work together in the future. We'll see. Return to the Stillwater, and I'll arrange to move the emergency command there immediately. You'll be assigned a personal secretary to help with the paperwork. He'll explain all the details. From now on, the fate of the town will be decided by your decrees. Congratulations, Denkovsky, and my condolences. Thank you, I'll head there immediately. Vlad's resignation. Olgimsky Jr. is now suspended from the decision-making, and I need to formally take power in order to abolish the deadly variolation. Okay, well... Damn, they want me to go look at the termitary, too. Let's see how much I can actually get done before it ends today's goings-ons. Is there anyone here to speak with? Do I just go inside? That guy's there. I mean, the theater. Mark is here. Hello. There's also people sitting down. Hello, Mark. Hello again. Mark Immortel, impresario, director of the local theater. He's got a tragedian in his, trophy. All the world's a stage, and so on. Clearly a man as educated as he is jaded by his own intellect, prone to perceiving reality on too many levels. I don't think he said a single word to me seriously.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Are you even trying now?
What an honor to have such a distinguished guest at our rehearsal. Or do you count as a participant already? How can I help you, Denkovsky? I've been tasked with finding a suitable location for the hospital. So you've decided to drop by the theater. You've got a sense of humor, I'll give you that. I'm afraid I'm not in the mood for humor. If I don't open the hospital immediately, the town will perish. I suppose there is a kind of poetry in an opera house becoming an operating theater, but why on earth would I agree to this? Well, imagine the immersive performances, spectators lying in cots instead of sitting in chairs, while Death herself stalks between the rows, rolling the dice to find her newest players. It sounds enticing, and it also betrays what an amateur you are. People come to the theater for a fantasy, Denkovsky, to be safe in make-believe. The audience only loves death when it can't hurt them, and if the blood that soaks the stage is real, then who will come here at all? But if today there's no hospital, tomorrow there's no crowd. Make an investment in your audience. If they don't rest here, they'll rest in a grave. And then, who's all this for? The angel that presided o'er my birth, said little creature formed of joy and mirth. Go love without the help of anything on earth. I've noticed this about artists for a while now. When you're driven into a corner and lost for words, you resort to hiding behind other people's, but no poetry will help you here. What else can I say when even the prompter has frozen in silence? To hell with it, Denkovsky. Go on, open your hospital. Welcome to the stage. Thank you, Mark. I won't forget this. The hospital will be established in the town. I need to report this to the town hall. I mean, in the hospital. Okay, back to town hall then. Oh. What are you doing? You! Have I heard it right? You ordered the theater closed, leaving our troupe with nary a hope for sustenance, and the good people of this town bereft of our performances. And who might you be, if I ask? I have the honor of entertaining our audience. 20 years ago, I first stepped onto the stage as part of this very pantomime, the one we're currently rehearsing. Okay. And you are a murderer. To deprive the people of art is to deprive them of immortality. For so long as there's a stage to play upon, we are, all of us, immortal. The playwright, the director, the actor, and of course, the audience. Do you know what else deprives people of immortality? Contracting the plague. What good is salvation from sickness if one cannot even save their soul with beauty? Open the hospital elsewhere. The cathedral, the termitary, the polyhedron. Are there not enough spacious buildings in the town for you? What kind of town is this? Every passerby knows how things should be done better than I do. Listen, what's that costume you're wearing? A prop like any other, used for performances. You don't think we walk around like this in our everyday lives, do you? The fabric has a dense weave. The beak can protect from respiratory tract. And how many do you have, the costumes? It's not a beak, it's a claw. Think of it like a pointing finger. And we have enough of them for a crowd scene. Excellent. That's exactly the kind of scene I need. We'll use these costumes for protection against the plague. It wasn't enough for you to take our theater, now you're taking our props too? Become an orderly then, and you won't have to part with your beak or your claw. Alright, we've also secured some protective garments.
Shut them up. Toughen up. Leave hesitation behind. It's our family's time.
Oh, it's just you. What's the point? Plans, like shadows, fade away with the setting sun. Your sudden pessimism is misplaced. The mortal agreed to give up the theater. The theater? I was rather hoping for a fortress, but perhaps the tragedy of our demise befits a bigger stage instead. Now's your last chance to object. The faster we act, the better our chances. No objections. I was the one who told you to consider it in the first place. The theater it is, then. Tell me what you need. First and foremost, I need to be able to work without interruptions. I don't like being disturbed. Can you arrange that? I'll instruct everyone that you're not to be disturbed, and I won't get in your way either. Don't worry. You're the doctor here. You know how best to treat the sick. Anything else? We need people. The more the better. We've already begun recruiting orderlies. Some volunteers experienced the first outbreak, which I suppose is a plus. We're also looking for anyone with even minimal medical knowledge, in the hopes of finding competent assistance for you. The disease needs to be studied. I need patients who don't succumb to the sandpest right away, like the Stomaton's dancer. They look relatively healthy, but they carried the plague. Isidore developed a simple test for the sand plague way back when. Yes. I'll find orderlies who were trained to administer it. You'll have your patients. I'll try to organize everything by tomorrow morning. Anything to stop this. I just hope it's not already too late. What do you think? It's not too late. You're doing the right thing, Samarov. The town owes you. Got my work cut out. The town's authorities have been notified. The hospital will receive its first patient starting next morning. So can I still... No, I can't even go to the termitary or cathedral. In relation to setting up the hospital now. I wonder if it was ever a point. I mean, if it was ever possible. Because I would assume not. There's a crowd here? Oh, you guys are also distributing the dead gruel. Okay, what do you have to say? That's it? I won't let this go. I'm going to complain. Are you talking to me? I was just passing by. If I accidentally stepped on your foot, forgive me. It wasn't intentional. Look around you. They tell me there's a hospital in the theater. I limp over there and say, my leg hurts. Help me. And you know what they did? They kicked me out. Said they don't deal with that kind of thing. What kind of hospital is that? They don't treat people. They study them. It's an emergency hospital. Its purpose is to study the disease. Don't mess with me. You hear? If they don't treat people there, call it something else, like a lab or institute. Are you telling me that people are going to get mad that I opened the hospital? Hello? Who are you? You've got quite the necklace going on here. Cathedral caretaker. Greetings, Danill. The cathedral is open to the public, but there are rules. 3 rules to be exact, and they're easy to remember. Sing no borrowed song. Carry no earth. Waste no time. How do you know me? I know every visitor to the cathedral. I've never visited the cathedral before. I'm only going in now. And you're already breaking the rule, and you're already breaking the 3rd rule. Wasting time. How's that? I suppose you know what time is. The cathedral produces it. It should be used wisely and with caution. What is it that you don't understand? Everything, to be honest. What do you mean the cathedral produces time? How does it produce it? Why don't you come inside? Give the lever a good tug. See for yourself. I thought a cathedral was just a large church, a house of prayer, not a time-producing factory. Praying in the cathedral is strictly forbidden. A prayer is essentially a borrowed song. Remember the first rule? No borrowed songs. What happens if I sing a borrowed song? Simple. You will be swept from the cathedral with this very broom, and will no longer be allowed to enter. Alright, but what's that about earth? Why is carrying earth into the cathedral forbidden? The cathedral is an unearthly place. Therefore, no earth shall penetrate it. See that broom? What do you think I need it for? I sweep all day, clearing out earth and singers of borrowed songs, along with those who waste time. Understood. Meaning I don't understand any of it. I'll just be on my way. Bunch of nonsense. The eccentric caretaker babbles about mysterious properties and rules of the cathedral. I need to make sense of myself. Make sense of it myself. This is the new cathedral. It's raining inside here. Give that lever a tug. What did I just do? Wait, my amalgam is no longer fractured? I experienced something at the cathedral which I cannot find a rational explanation for. Now the caretaker's ravings don't seem so delusional. I need to question him again. Okay, wait, what even caused my amalgam thing to fracture like that? The cathedral doesn't respond. Today it gave me the time it produced. Worth trying another day, if there are any days left. Would you care for some water? Most people are parched after a visit to the cathedral. A visit? More like a trip. What was that? You visited the cathedral, and the cathedral visited you. Drink some water. You'll feel better. My throat is dry. You're right about that. Why didn't you tell me what I was walking into? You should warn people. I could have had a heart attack. And spoil everything? Never. The visitor needs to experience it on their own. Those are the rules. You didn't sing any borrowed songs inside, I hope. No, I didn't. Not that I had much chance to. You did well. Some people are so terrified, they pray and call upon their gods. And that's singing borrowed songs, strictly forbidden. I truly do not understand. How does it do that? Odd. It literally just showed you how it does that. Would you like to try it again? You might understand something better the second time. I would actually, why not? Keep in mind, trying again straight away is forbidden. That would break the third rule, waste no time. You're dehydrated too, so another talk with the cathedral would probably turn you into a mummy, a wrinkled raisin. This town continues to astonish me. The Polyhedron, the cathedral, the Stillwater. What other wonders do these buildings house? I'm just the caretaker. That you should ask the Oneirotex. Who are they? A band? What instruments do they play? I hope they don't sing borrowed songs. The Oneirotex are a team of architects who made the town. Barkad built the cathedral and the Stillwater both. Yulia Lyrachiva planned the streets. Their leader was Simon Kine. Where do I find him? Barkad, I mean. In the ground, at the cemetery. You can't miss his grave. It's by far the most impressive. Isn't there a living architect in town who could explain the cathedral's mechanisms to me? There is. Yulia Lyrachiva is the last living Oneirotek. She's living in town, living in a mansion called the Trammel. Lyrachiva it is, then. Thank you. Thank you. The cathedral has stood closed for days, singing its grief. I'm glad we could finally open its doors again, for the few who wish to enter. Why was it closed? The cathedral was mourning the death of one of its creators, Simon Kine. During that period, it closed its doors to all the living. But why did it open them for me today? I'm alive, aren't I? I cannot know that. Perhaps the cathedral saw something in you and decided to let you in. This town. No one can give me a single straight answer. Town of impossible objects and vague metaphor. Lyrachiva is the last of the urban planners team. You might know something about the cathedral. I don't have time for all of this. Well, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to climb the Polyhedron. Patrolman of the Children's Republic. Beware, dog. Where do you think you're going, old man? You can't go in there. Only kids are allowed through. I simply can't believe it exists. When I saw it from a distance, I thought it was an optical illusion or something. Where did this polyhedron even come from? What's holding it up? Lots of things. Kind words, poems, ditties, lullabies, tears, hazelnuts, boogers, beetles, ants, dead folks, mom's hugs, dad's yelling, rainwater, gooseberries. Gooseberries? Ha! That's not a word. You made that up just now. Oh dear. Look, is there a chance I could talk to someone older? Are you deaf or what? Hard of hearing, that's for sure. Read my lips, old man. No grown-ups. This is our world. You can't come in here. And what if the polyhedron falls over? Who built it anyway? I don't suppose it just assembled itself out of straw and sunlight. It didn't. The genie built it. The genie from the bottle. The great genie. The great genie. The king of bottles. Look, I'm glad you're having fun, but I was asking a serious question. Who finds answers and miracles at the bottom of a bottle? A genie. Does he have a name? What kind of stupid question is that? Everyone has a name. Poor old man. Already his brain's not doing good. Here, have a hazelnut. But you won't tell me the name, right? Ah, and you were off to a promising start. I thought you'd figured it out. Give the hazelnut back. My hazelnut. Where do you think genies live, old man? Wherever there's lots of bottles. Oh, I see. The pub, then. But I've already been there. Not a genie in sight. Just Andre Stomaton. Sure, Stomaton. That's our genie's name. But he's not Andre. He's the other one. The mirror image. Oh, you mean his brother? Alright, I see. Thank you. I'll go drop by his house. Bingo. Bravissimo. Genius. The old man solved the riddle. Peter Stomaton is a genie. Congratulations. Sadly, you didn't earn a hazelnut this time. Here, have this metal spring instead. A consolation prize. Thank you. It's a pleasure doing business with you. No way in. I can't get into the Polyhedron. The only thing left is to talk with Peter Stomaton about it. Stomaton's loft towers above the Tanner's district. I'll start my search there. So much. I have so much to do. So much to do. And it's past midnight. You know what we're going to do now is we're going to head to the Stillwater and see what's left there. Wilkinski Jr. is suspended from decision making, and I need to formally take power in order to abolish the deadly variolation. Nothing to say from Eva. Hello, my friend. Welcome in. And you will do trading with me. Good to know. I need something. Because I'm gonna die. Oh, hi there. Who am I looking at right now? I'm sorry, I can't take you seriously with a face like this. Heron. I was told that you've taken it upon yourself to rule the town and save us from disaster. Let's assume that's true. Boos assigned me to help you, in an organizational sense, so to speak. What are your orders? This desk here will be my workspace. I'll put my papers on it. No touching, no moving anything around. Duly noted. Would you mind giving me a general... I can't with this guy. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Would you mind giving me a general strategic overview of your administrative approach before moving on to specific orders? Strategic? Oh, we swapped. Yes, do you have a concrete plan of action? We have precious little time. The town appears to have only 2 or 3 days remaining. Beyond that, it will become a hecatomb? Hecatomb? Which means we must bargain with death for more time. Another day, then another, then 2 more. You mean you're not going to defeat the plague, you're just delaying death? Of course I'm planning to defeat it. That's why I need more time, to research the disease and develop a vaccine. Infection isn't the only threat facing the town. Panic is equally dangerous. The public is illiterate and fears restrictions. If our medical measures are too draconian, they'll put our heads on spikes. You're speaking like someone with experience dealing with emergencies. Is that the case? I've seen how students behave during a riot. The most intelligent people lose their minds in the face of death. Sometimes they work against their own interests. That was a different circumstance, though. So we have 2 epidemics, one of plague and one of fear. I've written that down. Well said. We must balance the seesaw. At times, we'll need to lift quarantine measures to prevent unrest. At other times, we might need to distract people or amuse them. We must find a way to suppress discontent, otherwise, the town will fall to flames rather than miasma. Distract them? We may find there are multiple approaches to solving the same problem. What matters is balancing the levels of discontent and contagion that allow us to live to see another day. I'll draw ideas and inspiration from anything. I'll contemplate the decrees continually, and I'll sign them right here, at this desk. And through this, you'll have full control over the town's condition. If only. Doubtlessly, events will transpire that influence both unrest and contagion. I must deal with the consequences. With any luck, I'll be able to clear the plague districts on my own. At least. I'll do my best. If it works, it will be an immense advantage. That's good, because the emergency command resources are limited. Volunteers, equipment, fuel. I can't with this guy. I'll have to change the decrees often, adapting to the situation, offsetting one thing for another. You should be prepared for that. I've written all that down, and of this I assure you, while you hold power, your every word will be law, the law of heaven, not merely of earth. Any order will be fulfilled immediately. You won't have to worry about who fulfills them or how. Everything will run like clockwork. Sounds promising. Let's see if you can pull it off. Anything else? Yes, right now I'm going to analyze the medication young Vlad has been injecting people with. It's dangerous on its own, but it might lead to other findings. Written down. And that disastrous decree about dead gruel vaccinations must be taken down. I'll do that myself. Town management takes place at my desk. I need a little bit of drugs. Tennis, my dear, only stories told in full are concluded in the interrogation report. If a story is abandoned halfway, it must be retold from the beginning. I see. So if I wanted to continue learning about the cathedral or the polyhedron on this day, I'll have to restart it from the beginning. What's this? I am the law. I have taken power. Now I will decide how the town fights the epidemic. The operational headquarters will be located in Stillwater. Vlad Jr.'s decree. Vlad is dismissed, but his decree is still in effect. I need to cancel it before they vaccinate anybody else. Quid pro quo. I can't take Vlad's vaccine from the town and give nothing in return. First, I'll examine its composition in my lab. Forecast. If the town lives, I live. To ensure this, I must keep the contagion and the unrest within acceptable limits with decrees. Better yet, I must seek other ways as well. I was granted the authority to enact up to 3 decrees each day. The more I study the town, the more ways I will find to influence it. Yeah, no. The search. Ideas for new decrees will appear if I carry out tasks for the locals. Interesting. Oh, whoops. Hold on, I didn't mean to approve. Stopping time halts the town's clocks. This lowers unrest and contagion. Okay. We can do a curfew. Restrict the townspeople's freedom of movement to reduce the spread of disease. We can quarantine, find the relatives of infected people and put them in quarantine. Or protection from Shabnak. Place frightening scarecrows in uninfected districts. Well, my question is, how do I get more resources? If I use 5 patrolmen, will I not get those 5 patrolmen back ever? Well, let's stop time. That's only good. We're gonna halt the town's clocks. That seems good to me. I did remove that one, right? Okay, I should now... Thomason's loft towers above the Tanners. Investigate Vlad's thing.
Dribbles.
Oh, children. They don't feel like speaking to me. Here's Heron. Well, how do I examine items? This is where I set up my laboratory. On one side, the reagents. On the other, work with my prototype. A set of reagents for analysis. Determine the composition of mud on a boot. Aha, easy there, Detective Denkovsky. A set of chemical synthesis. I can't synthesize antibiotics, but I'm not synthesizing anything yet, really. Now, as far for the prototype. Whoa. An apparatus for experiments. returning to the reagents. A charging station for the prototype. The day will come when the charger for this device will be smaller than a suitcase. Return to the reagents. Oh, that's enough. Let's get to work. Oh, yes, let's analyze the suspicious potion. Disgusting mixture of fat clumps, plague-stricken tissue, and dirty herbs for smell. Might help a step worm, but will harm a human. Oh, the day has ended. Greetings, esteemed doctor. Adrian's my name. Heard you were looking for volunteers, and I signed up on the spot. As an orderly mind, not a bruiser, I want to mend, not break. I appreciate your eagerness. I've just come from the pub, Doctor. No easy feat to get in there. Stomaton's barricaded the place like he's expecting a frontal assault, which has happened before, I'll mention. Yep, that's the Andre I know alright. Just yesterday, Kulan cavorted like a wee calf, but now she's not feeling well at all. Shivering to her very bones, fever spiking sharply. I harvested her step blood with all possible precautions, poked her poor arm all over. Won't matter much to her soon, anyway. So I was right? Was Kulan isolated from other visitors? How it's transmitted is still unclear. They locked her up tight in the back rooms. Here's her blood, still warm too. What will you do with it, Doctor? You're not going to make the townsfolk drink it, are you? They don't go much for that approach round here. Though those savages in the termitory have done worse, or so we suspect. Drink it? Why stop there? Might as well go all out and breathe it in. So I was right? Also, the end of the day has come. So I assume when the day ends, you can't do anything but return to the Stillwater. The enacted decrees have already affected the town. More threats mean more dangerous districts. So I have her blood now? Oh no, not available at the end of the day. So I can't do anything at the end of the day, huh? Not available at the end of the day. Damn, so you really can't do anything except for come home to Eva. And she's the one playing the piano, I guess. Well, before I do that, I want to step outside and see if things are how I think they are. Yes, they are. And tonight's pantomime is different. We have the theater. And Mark is casting a shadow of Simon. Okay. Oh, she moved over here. 5 years ago, when the disease came for the first time, people feared the unknown. Now they fear the too well-known. What do you think is more frightening? The unknown or the inevitable? The inevitable. You're a guest. You didn't see the first outbreak. The plague is an unfamiliar evil to you. It hasn't stood before you at full height, and so you're not paralyzed by terror, like those who already faced it. They all believe that if you take the helm, we'll slip through the reefs. I did what I could, took charge of the emergency command, ordered the hospital open. I hope it's enough. You have so many responsibilities now. How does your head not spin? And the Stillwater is no longer the Stillwater. It's a whirlpool. I wanted to apologize for the Stillwater. They moved the office into your house, and I don't think everyone even bothered asking you. What makes you think that? They did ask, and I agreed. I'm curious whether the Stillwater can calm the whirlpool. Many busy, frazzled people will come here now, and the house will watch them, breathe upon them. Think of it as an experiment of my own. In any case, thank you. It's good I won't have to run to town hall every time I need to issue a decree. Good night. We'll all wake up in a town that has entrusted itself to you. Our fabric is always marked by will. Simon's, the mistresses, the ruling families, and now yours will weave itself into this tapestry. I wonder what will change. Me as a ruler? Still feels like a stupid joke. Time travel is available. I guess we're done here. I think I did miss out on learning a bit more about Kulan. Because it's not even... See, I have her blood sample. But it didn't even tell me if I correctly diagnosed her. Which is what I thought it would do at the end of the day. But maybe I'm supposed to finish... It's like the end of the day's tasks and not the actual end of the day. Anyway, all that's left for me is to go somewhere else. Perhaps we should try day 4, which ends abruptly at 3 p.m. Yep, this is exactly what I was expecting. Hello again. What's the next topic of conversation?
Who's the murderer? Why, you.
Shall we continue? Let us examine the 4th day of your tragic odyssey. It was particularly replete with dubious conduct. Dubious conduct? Go ahead and say it. Crimes. Malicious malpractice. Deliberate sabotage, or whatever you lot call it in your line of work. You are currently classified as a witness, hence it's me talking to you, and not my associates. Here, in your own facility, no less, you are not under arrest. Yet you speak to me as though the death of 15,000 men and women is on my hands, or was it 16,000? We've been talking for 5 hours straight. My memory is beginning to play tricks on me. Here are the facts. You happen to be the only competent doctor in a town of 18,000. Facing an unprecedented, lethal epidemic. Is that correct? We've been through this a dozen times. Why do you keep asking the same questions? Is this a part of your interrogation technique? Getting ahead of yourself again, esteemed Bachelor. Please, calm down. I'm just following the chain of events. My modest brain can't keep pace with your blistering train of thought. Quite the act. Modesty doesn't suit you. You have assumed executive authority over the Emergency Command Committee and were in fact the person responsible for a number of administrative, research, and special tasks. Is that correct? An hour ago, you claimed I refused to take charge of the Emergency Command. You're contradicting yourself, Inspector. Getting tired, are you? Let us be brief then. Here are your case files. First, you attempted to flee the town on a smuggler's train, which landed you in jail, where you remained until the 5th day. Nonsense. Don't interrupt. Second, you scathingly refused to recruit motivated volunteers to organize an orderly corps. Third, having all the means at your disposal, you deliberately ceased working on a promising vaccine. Furthermore, if all of this were true, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd be dead. Furthermore, according to witness testimony, Bachelor Dinkowski was spotted at the cemetery digging up graves, and later conspiring with Artemy Barach. Let an infected person out of the quarantine zone. What can I say? You clearly didn't sit idle. Oh, what? I dug up the grave because a living person was buried there. I saved his life. Is that so? And which of us is spewing nonsense now, Bachelor? Do you think putting together a case like this was simple? Please get to the point. As your pals from beyond the river Gorkin say, to be a falcon, a quail must stop quailing. No one says that there, but who cares? Oh, yes, and most importantly, there was also a double homicide. On the fourth day, Bachelor Jankowski shot 2 random passerbys with a revolver at the warehouses. I did do that. What will you say? What will you say that didn't happen either? It was self-defense, and either me or them kind of situation. If you deny the facts, please be so kind as to explain yourself. And please stop meandering. Tell me your version of events in details. Describe your universe, so to speak. Sure, I will. Well, I mean, I did that on day 3, technically. But I guess canonically... I guess... canonically, I looked for Ruben and shot those people on the 4th day. Well, according to what the inspector has. Other events. The consequences of my decisions will always lead me to end up in jail. I must act differently. By finding the final thought of the chain, I can change the events before starting the day. Only stories told in full are included in the interrogation report. If a story is abandoned halfway, it must be told from the beginning. Bad Grief's life is in danger? Bad Grief may have deserved censure or even trial, but he did not deserve such a death. Okay, we can reset that. Oh, no, this is day 4. So these are day 4. These are the day 4 events that are concluded according to the investigator. Grief died, and I got locked up and tried to run away. But we can reset all of this, and we can try again. Day 4, which ends abruptly at 3 p.m. And it seems that this episode today is also going to end abruptly. That's gonna be it for today, guys. We finished day 3. I think that's it for tutorials, finally. Someone's down there, by the way. Oh, I think that's whatever his name is, Horace or whatever. The guy I kept laughing at. But, I think we're finally done with tutorials. I can't think of any other gameplay that has yet to be introduced to us. So, I think we're finally out of what I consider the full introduction to the game. Which, we've been here for a while. But, anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for coming along with me and enjoying Pathologic 3. And I will see you in the next one.